How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. Being alone isn't too bad. That's the title of this video. In a world where constant connectivity is the norm, the idea of being alone often carries a negative connotation. Society pushes us to believe that solitude is something to be avoided, a condition that signals loneliness or lack of fulfillment. However, when we take a step back, we can see that being alone isn't inherently bad. In fact, it can offer us a unique opportunity for growth and self-discovery. The first thing to realize is that solitude provides a chance to connect with oneself. Without the noise and distractions of other people, we can hear our inner thoughts more clearly. We can reflect on our actions, our feelings, and our desires. In these moments, we gain insights into who we are and what we truly want from life. The silence is not empty, it is filled with potential. Moreover, being alone can help us develop independence. Many people fear being by themselves because they think it will leave them vulnerable or unable to function. However, time spent alone teaches us how to rely on ourselves. We learn how to make decisions, solve problems, and manage challenges without constantly seeking approval or assistance from others. This fosters confidence and a sense of self-reliance. For some people, the need for companionship can feel overwhelming, especially in a culture that values social interactions. Yet solitude allows us to appreciate our own company. It is easy to become consumed by the demands and expectations of relationships. But when we are alone, we can shed those pressures. We are free to be ourselves without pretending to be what others expect. When we are alone, there is no need to compromise. We can pursue activities that bring us joy without considering anyone else's preferences. Whether it's reading a book, watching a movie, or exploring a new hobby, solitude gives us the freedom to do what we love on our own terms. This sense of agency can be deeply satisfying and restorative. The quiet of being alone also allows us to recharge. In our busy lives, it's easy to forget how exhausting it can be to constantly interact with others. Socializing, even when enjoyable, demands energy. Alone time, on the other hand, is an opportunity to replenish our emotional and mental reserves. It is in these quiet moments that we can rejuvenate and come back stronger. Solitude also nurtures creativity. Without the influence of others, our minds can wander freely, exploring new ideas and possibilities. Many great artists, writers, and thinkers throughout history have found their most profound inspiration in solitude. When we are alone, we are less likely to censor our thoughts or limit ourselves based on what others might think. In addition, being alone gives us the space to confront our inner struggles. We often avoid facing difficult emotions when we are surrounded by people because it's easier to distract ourselves. But when we are alone, we are forced to confront our feelings head on. This self-examination can lead to healing and personal growth, allowing us to work through issues at our own pace. One of the overlooked benefits of solitude is the opportunity for self-care. Without the demands of others, we can focus on our well-being in ways that suit us best. We can take long walks, meditate, cook nourishing meals, or simply rest. These small acts of kindness towards ourselves helps us to stay healthy, both physically and emotionally. Another advantage of being alone is the ability to cultivate mindfulness. In solitude, there are fewer distractions, which allows us to be more present in the moment. Whether we are enjoying a cup of coffee or watching the sunset, we can fully immerse ourselves in the experience without interruptions. This mindfulness can reduce stress and bring peace of mind. Being alone doesn't necessarily mean being lonely. Loneliness is a state of emotional need, while solitude is a choice. When we embrace being alone, we can reframe our understanding of solitude as a form of self-companionship. The key is to appreciate the time spent in our own company rather than viewing it as an absence of others. Solitude also helps us to appreciate the relationships we have with others. When we spend time alone, we can better understand what we value in our connections. Being alone allows us to recognize the importance of the people we care about, and it reminds us of how precious human interaction truly is. It makes us more grateful for the companionship we do experience. In our fast-paced society, we are often encouraged to be constantly productive. However, downtime is essential for mental health and well-being. Being alone offers a chance to slow down and simply exist without the pressure to accomplish something. This break from the rush of daily life can be incredibly refreshing and help us restore balance. Furthermore, solitude gives us the freedom to embrace our quirks and individuality. When surrounded by others, we may feel the need to conform or fit in. But in solitude, we are free to express ourselves fully, without judgment or comparison. This can be a liberating experience, allowing us to rediscover the parts of ourselves that we may have suppressed. Being alone can also be a time for spiritual growth. For those who seek spiritual connection, solitude provides the space to meditate, pray, or reflect on deeper questions. It is in the stillness that we can hear our inner voice and connect with something greater than ourselves. This aspect of solitude offers comfort and guidance to those on a spiritual journey. Embracing time alone also allows us to set boundaries. In relationships, it's easy to feel obligated to please others or to give more of ourselves than we have to offer. Solitude teaches us the importance of boundaries, knowing when to say no and when to prioritize our own needs. This is an important skill that can protect our mental health and strengthen our relationships in the long run. Some people fear that being alone means missing out on experiences, but this is often a misconception. While social events and gatherings can be enjoyable, solitude allows us to fully experience life in a different way. We can explore nature, engage in creative pursuits, or deepen our understanding of the world on our own. These experiences are just as valuable as those shared with others. The fear of missing out, or FOMO, often drives people to seek constant company, but being alone helps us realize that we are not defined by our social lives. Our worth does not depend on the number of people we interact with or the social events we attend. When we embrace solitude, we begin to value our own company more, knowing that we are enough just as we are. Finally, learning to be alone is a skill that enriches our lives in countless ways. It teaches us patience, resilience, and self-love. It enables us to nurture our inner peace and create a balanced, fulfilling life. In the quiet of solitude, we can find clarity, joy, and a sense of contentment that doesn't depend on external validation. In conclusion, being alone is not something to fear or avoid. It is an opportunity for self-growth, creativity, and personal fulfillment. By embracing solitude, we open the door to greater independence, clarity, and emotional well-being. Being alone isn't too bad. In fact, it can be a vital and enriching part of the human experience. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Thank you.